Welcome back, my name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're going to talk about GameStop because in the past couple of days there was a lot of videos and articles roasting the company, and all with a good reason. Because in the past couple of days GameStop has been doing everything in their power to stay open and have them listed as an essential store, which ultimately backfired because it's not that essential. In case you didn't know, during a crisis, essential stores are usually food stores, gas stations, pharmacies, etc. You know, the stuff people actually need and care about. And as much as gaming is important for people as a source of entertainment and as a source of a job, there are still other ways to enjoy games in 2020. Mostly through digital stores. They revolutionized how we buy games and, costed GameStop their business, because when GameStop was created, most games were shipped physically, meaning you had to go to the store and buy it. But as time went on and stores like Blockbuster, for example, who offered similar services for movies, also got overrun by Netflix and other media streaming platforms. And you can rent films online now as well as buy them, so again, that's another distribution option companies like Blockbuster and GameStop failed to act upon in time. Now, these decisions from the past got the company on life support even before the situation in the world happened, and because people now need to actually stay home, it renders their services useless. So what a wounded wolf decided to do in this situation? Well, they try to stay open for as long as they can, especially when Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal were coming out. Now, after the backlash, the GameStop switched to online sales, which basically is delivered to door, and guess what? Also a pickup option, so when you order something, you can call when are you going to arrive at the pickup store. When you arrive there, an employee is going to give you the game. Sounds good? Not really, because there was another article from Boston Globe saying that GameStop told its employees to allegedly wrap their hands in plastic bags and go back to work, which is a despicable thing to say to your employees, and it tells me how much you actually care about them. For example, a game store in my country immediately closed their stores and switched to only online sales. So you can't go to their stores to actually pick it up, you can only order online. And also they limited the store to minimum amount of employees so they can ship that, so that they're not exposed. Now, because GameStop, on the other hand, had their business on the down, they had to do something to keep their company alive, which included putting people in potential danger. And at the same time, stores are getting closed and people are losing their jobs. But ultimately, the reason for all of this is the inability of their management to adapt in the constantly changing world. Instead, they should have made GameStop relevant again by adding various events, tournaments, maybe create a better brand out of themselves. Going to GameStop should be an experience, not a necessity. But they're acting like it's a necessity, and when that necessity is, let's say, overshadowed by a digital market, they're going to lose their jobs and their entire company will fail. Because they didn't act upon it, and business decisions they're making is looking them really bad, which is true. I can already imagine like all the managers and the owners shouting to keep the stores open from their isolations. They are not the ones who have to go outside, but still want to sacrifice their workers to just have business open. So what's going to happen with GameStop? I think they might ultimately shut everything down, maybe even shrink to a couple of stores, because I saw an article where GameStop is claiming that more people are in their stores now. Which is strange, because, Doom and Animal Crossing probably resulted in that, but to have more people going into your stores now? I don't know about that, but they still are saying that during the summer they are still going to be in financial troubles, and they are actually waiting for consoles to come out so they can sell them and actually make money. And here is the problem again. They are still counting on console sales to save their company. And what's going to happen after that? More stores closed? What happens when people who bought the consoles, and as time passes, you know, people already have those consoles, they're not going to buy them that often, what happens then? What happens when every single sale goes to full digital? What happens when you have subscriptions on Xbox giving you a huge library of games you can play from? You know, you don't have to go to a store to buy that, and even if you wanted to play a game, you can just buy it digitally. So again, it seems to me that GameStop management is looking for a safety rope from something, but what will happen when that rope breaks? Instead, they should completely change their business and look at the things that are constantly threatening the company and actually look for the future. Now, since the foundation of GameStop has been shaken by bad business decisions, it will be interesting to see what comes out of this. Because many businesses and many crafts, for example, faded throughout, you know, the centuries. Because as we are getting, you know, more progressive with technology, some things get upgraded. And if your company was providing services for something and people found a more accessible way to do stuff, like for example, selling stuff online right now is amazing. I mean, it still didn't replace physically selling something, and it probably never will, at least in some areas like food and medicine, etc, etc. But games? Oh, that's going to change a lot. And if this doesn't change, I believe not just GameStop, but also other companies might suffer the same. And I know they appointed Reggie to the board of the directors to change the company and maybe save it, but let's hope their decisions are fast, because this is not looking good for them, and in the public eye, they hit a new low. So this was my response on their situation. I know some people have been requesting this video, so here it is. I actually wanted to talk about them for a while now, but their recent decisions kinda reached boiling point that must be talked about. That's why I decided to make this video. Now, as always, tell me down below what you think about this, and also smash that like and subscribe button for more news about games and gaming industry in general. Also join our growing community on Twitter and Discord. This is LKM signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.